Wishing is easy, hoping is comfortable, but they won't get you closer to your goals. You don't get stronger by thinking about lifting the weight. You don't build a business by dreaming about new customers. You don't transform your life by waiting for a miracle. You earn it with effort, with sacrifice, with relentless action. If you're waiting for things to work out, but you aren't putting the work in, you're going to be waiting a long, long time.
If your path from point A to B is being blocked by something that you're afraid of, you better learn to confront it, because if you don't, it will grow and expand until it turns into the kind of dragon that occupies your whole house.
When we come across something that's very hard and we try it once or maybe twice, we then say, we're done, we can't do it anymore. Before you say something's impossible, do it and do it and do it to a level that people think that you might be f***ing crazy until you say it's impossible.
It's easier to accept the fact that I'm just not good enough. I wasn't made to do that. And yeah, some of us can't be LeBron and James. But I tell you right now, man, we can do a lot of shit when it comes to this pure arm guts and willpower and getting through shit. We have a lot more with a lot more than we think we have.
What is character when what I do, what I say, and how I live my life becomes one? Like my actions reflect my words. Because the average person, no matter how talented or gifted they may be, when situations and circumstances change, sometimes it dictates what they bring to an environment. When they don't hear what they want to hear, sometimes it dictates what they bring to an environment. When they don't get what they want, sometimes it dictates what they bring to an environment.
A man without a goal is like a ship without a rudder. He doesn't know where he's going. He then belongs to that 95% that are just living day by day, month after month, like well, this is what a man needs. He needs his roots deep in a great main stream of his own choosing. And then he'll move along his way, regardless of the winds on the surface of his life or short-term expediency. And he'll get to where he's going.
You know what you want. You know how to get it. But you know what the most difficult part is? You're afraid to become that individual who can accomplish those things.
Real growth feels like dying. The truth is that in order to grow, you must kill off parts of you for new parts to be able to grow in that place. A snake sheds its skin not because it wants to, but because it has to. If it doesn't, it will literally suffocate. And that's what personal growth feels like. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. So just remember this. For a seed to become a flower, it must completely destroy itself first.
Hitting rock bottom. When you get to a point where you really can look at yourself objectively and think, like, shit, what have I been doing? Like, that's a state, that's a mental state where you are very prone, and you have a very high potential to be able to say, okay, I can't do this anymore, I gotta change something. I feel like most of the best doers that I ever see are people who have a firm, objective grasp on reality. It's somebody who can really look at themselves and think, okay, what do I need to change?
You want to change? You've got to live into a better vision. I want to become a person who, what? I want to become a person who, what? I think that's where change begins. The question though, if we all hung out, is, do you know what yours is yet? Your impulses are driving you versus intention. I don't want you to be driven by impulse. A lot of people are slave to impulse their entire life. They're just in reaction, 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 and they never had that clear intention to grow, to become something that they chose. So they ended up something as an accident.
Would not have been given the dream if the ability wasn't already inside of you. The question becomes, are you courageous to say, I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it publicly? And if it doesn't work out the way I want it, I'm gonna be okay. Because everything that led me to this point has prepared me for the thing I want. I am stronger, I am wiser, I am better. And if I choose not to quit, I can't lose.
all of these fears, all of these old stories you tell yourself, all the excuses that you're making are all going back to a lack of real hunger, real desire, real desperation. Because real desperation is beautiful. The power of being desperate is something that most people avoid. They think desperation is a weakness. And I'm here to tell you, desperation is one of the most powerful emotions you could possibly possess, because when you're desperate, you find reserves and reservoirs of ideas, talents, and a strength that you don't know you have when you find yourself in a desperate situation. So the number one thing we need more than anything to win is hunger, which comes from a state of desperation. Yet we're constantly trying to comfort ourselves in the real world to avoid the state of being desperate.
Life is hard. Everything worth doing is hard. There is no easy path. And so many of you spend so much time, so much energy, and get yourself so frustrated searching for the easy way to get what you want, when in reality, if you just accept it, everything worthwhile is hard, and just stopped beating your head against the wall looking for the easier, quicker, faster, freer way, it makes the path that much easier, because now you know the game that you're playing.
You are today who you decided to be. Every negative thing about you is because you have limited yourself. You were set apart for greatness. You were set apart to be limitless. You were set apart to change this world.
Listen, pain is temporary. Losses is temporary. Setbacks are temporary. But giving up is forever. So never be good with good enough when you know inside you lives someone better. You didn't come this far just to settle. You didn't come this far just to accept whatever. You came this far to take it to your next level. You came this far to become something greater.
With each heartbeat, you have one less heartbeat to love. You have one less heartbeat for somebody to love you. You have one less heartbeat to succeed. You have one less heartbeat to share your success with somebody else. You have one less heartbeat to care about somebody. You have one less heartbeat for somebody to care about you. Be careful who you share those heartbeats with.
You cannot stay in environments where people don't know the true value of you. If you stay in environments where people don't recognize the value of you, you will shrink your gift to the size of what they can stand.
A lot of us are facing some of the hardest things that we've ever gone through in our life. And I want to remind you, as you walk through these times, that there is a gift in this for you. What feels like is completely tearing you down is actually building you up. I know it's hard. I know it's dark. I know it's sad. I know that you're so ready to move on to this next chapter. But you got to keep moving forward. Because in retrospect, down the road, you're going to look back and realize that this season made you. It didn't break you. And at the same time, there will be a realization of the gift that was given to you.
Everything you want will be found on your way to the top, not once you get there. The character, the discipline, the consistency, the self-respect, none of those things come with achieving the goal. They all come from the journey. Goals give you direction, but your commitment to the process will give you happiness and fulfillment. So commit to the vision, and wherever it takes you, just make sure you enjoy the ride.
Why not you? Why not you? With good self-esteem, why not you starting to change and setting goals?
You are not your past. You're you. You're you right now. Like the past you did, you might have done some things you wish you hadn't done. Don't dwell on that. You learn from it, that's fine, but don't dwell on it. Just keep moving. Keep moving. You know, use it as fuel. Say never again. You know, I get what I did wrong, but don't think that you're that person that made those mistakes. You're the person who's learned.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way.
Imagine where you would be in a year if you actually focused on the things that make you better. If you actually start doing things and you actually take action. Imagine how far you would be, bro. If you really locked in, if you really stay focused, your mindset is not on the things that you want in life.
The fastest way to losing yourself is to try and make everyone else happy. The best thing you can do is be a true north. Be you. Shine your light. Know what your core values are. Know what your belief system is. Know what your morals and your character should be. And live by that.